This Week 14 NFL Picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by MyBookie.ag. Right now, to honor football, MyBookie is offering up to $1,000 in free bets using the promo code SGP. That's right, up to $1,000 in bonus bets on your first deposit when you use the promo code SGP. Play, win, and most importantly, get paid at MyBookie.ag. We're also brought to you by Ace Per Head. Ace is the leader in pay-per-head providers, and they make it super easy to start your own sportsbook. Plus, Ace is offering up to 6 weeks free over at aceperhead.com/SGP. That's aceperhead.com/SGP. Finally, we're also brought to you by ExpressVPN. Looking to protect your online activity, hide your location, and avoid local blackouts? Check out ExpressVPN, where you can get 3 months free over at expressvpn.com/SGP. That's expressvpn.com/SGP. Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I am Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, soy boy?
Everything, Sean.
Everything is happening, Ryan.
I've ditched the Giants shirt.
You've ditched the Giants shirt.
It is Giants-Eagles week.
Yes, it is.
It feels a little raw this year.
You're rocking your coleslaw shirt. Hashtag coleslaw.
I'm on Team Coleslaw now, Sean.
Shout out to Cousin Bush for, of course, sending that in. It's a oh man, we need separate shirts that just are the photo of the sandwich itself, because hashtag coleslaw is great and it's a lovely shirt, but the photo and just witnessing you eating a coleslaw sandwich to stick to your plant-based diet, as our golf contributor Steve Shermer pointed out, amazing articles. You gotta read Steve's work. Ryan was trying to be healthy by eating less meat, so instead he eats a flour-enriched bun with just shredded mayo cabbage.
Yep. Not a ton of inflammation. Pretty inflammation-free.
It would just be like, oh, hey, do you want some butter on that steak? It's like, no, I'm a vegetarian, but yeah, just pour the giant butter.
Yeah.
Now, Ryan, are you pescatarian or willing to dabble with seafood?
No. Of course not. There's inflammation there too. The ocean's filled with it.
Oh man.
None of this is permanent. I'm just trying something out.
So
I'm doing a little experiment.
You're transitioning.
I need to collect some data, have an ample sample size, and then provide analysis to the clients.
Ryan, you mentioned,
because not only am I selling picks, I'm selling lifestyle choices.
Like Joe Rogan. You guys, you come here for the content, but really you're buying into a lifestyle choice. We're the
I mean, objectively, you could do worse than live me and Sean's lifestyle. At a minimum, you're watching football on 4 giant TVs on Sunday.
You're drinking whiskey. You're talking shit. You're calling people pussies. You're threatening to fight guys at Walgreens. You're getting paid to drink whiskey on a podcast. Life is good, Ryan, except for the fact the Eagles lost the Dolphins. I want to kill myself. Let's slide over to our social media at Gambling Podcast on Twitter. There'll be plenty of time to break that down. We got into the meme game, Ryan.
Oh, look at you! You're so proud.
Name something
like a proud parent.
Name something you can say during sports gambling and sex. It's the meme that's been going.
Have I shown you the video of my kid scoring 2 goals at soccer?
No.
Okay, no. That's what you're.
Oh,
doing
you're making fun of it.
You're
okay.
showing, you're showing all the listeners.
No, I was kind of joking around at how proud I was, but really, this was just an opportunity. I was teeing up the ball for the massive John Daly drive that the listeners came through. I was going to talk about some of the awesome listener responses.
Let's do it.
A couple personal favorite. At Sidewalk Bandit writes, "You take Bitcoin."
That honestly,
that one randomly was my favorite, and there are a lot of good ones.
It might be the funniest.
Yeah, there's a lot of ones alluding to backdoors,
well, that's obvious,
alluding to prostitution, liking the spread. Chase Tyler wrote, "Can I pay you next week?"
That's a good one.
Solid
I like that. Not like the spread, the backdoor. That's obvious. I did like the line smelling fishy. That was a pretty solid one. was just like go real filthy. I thought the teaser one also maybe a easier angle.
I'm gonna tease
right?
it. Yep, that was a nice little little innuendo there.
Yeah. What else, Sean?
What else, Ryan? There's. I mean,
I contributed. I said
yes.
Trubisky. So there you go.
Trubisky. I said the dogs are barking.
Oh.
That's also a little inside joke into our marriage. The one little dog, Garth, likes to bark while we're having sex. Although, honestly, it did drop off a lot once we got married. So maybe he's old-fashioned. He is a Mexican dog, so he's maybe traditional Catholic. Now that I've made an honest woman out of my wife, it's not premarital sex. Seems like less freaked out by it.
You don't think it's like he was just stoked about Colin Kaepernick's workout? And it was just years of that.
That probably was it. He was probably fired up about the Kaepernick workout. Oh, Ryan. Woke up to breaking news. Eli Manning has been named starter. Eli Manning. I believe in Eli. Eli Manning, a career 116-116. So much pressure now on the Eagles to send Eli off as an official losing quarterback. This is something we're going to be – these next 4 games could define Eli Manning's career. Because if you go into the Hall of Fame 4 games under 500, 3 games under 500, when these old guys are getting up and debating whether or not – he should be in the Hall of Fame, and the old New York media are like, "Yeah, you got to put him in. He's got 2 Super Bowls."
Correct.
And then some other guy goes, "You know what? You don't put a quarterback in the Hall of Fame who has a losing record." It's going to be a great chink in the armor. So the tremendous amount of pressure for this big game. Ryan, I've got no reaction from you. The fact that Eli Manning has been named the starter. You've talked a tremendous amount of shit on Carson Wentz not being able to finish a season. It looks like a similar fate has struck Daniel Jones. Do you have any comment?
Well, the Kramer Fuck My Life tour is very, very strong.
Yes.
Very, very strong right now. Although UVA did somehow lose at basketball and only score 40 points. They scored the fewest points in like the last 50 years of shot clock basketball, scoring 40 points.
Just setting them up.
Eli, listen, here's what I'm thinking. I'm excited for the future, although Jason Garrett may be that future. And
sorry, I meant to.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
I think much like the decision to pivot with a lifestyle choice.
Yes.
I'm kind of having a serious conversation with myself about, do I root for the Giants if they hire Jason Garrett?
Wow.
I'm preemptively getting there.
Oh my God.
Now,
Ron Rivera, we haven't even hit on that. Ron Rivera's been fired. He has a Dave Gettleman connection.
Yep.
Obviously, the Giants have to be super stoked about all the personnel moves Dave Gettleman has made. So why not bring in Ron Rivera?
In fairness, the roster's in better shape than when he started. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I would take Ron Rivera 10 times out of 10 over Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I like Ron Rivera.
I mean, for as much as you can joke about him being analytical Ron or Riverboat Ron, he seemed to be liked by his players.
Yeah, he's a pretty solid coach,
and he seems to be a good defensive mind. And then you just I guess you just figure the other offensive shit out. Can't get worse.
As an Eagles fan, if it doesn't work out these next 4 games and Schwartz kind of unravels. I mean, if you could get Ron,
he'd be a good DC.
If you could get Ron Rivera as a defensive coordinator, he was actually the linebackers coach under Jim Johnson.
Oh, look at you!
1999, 2003, nice little run there. Pat Shurmur is just a fucking loser. I don't know, 17-44 as a head coach. Like, what more do you need to see?
So, I mean, is he getting fired? Is it a done deal?
I don't see how not. But the the Maras, they're just so old fashioned, old school. Like they don't seem to make any rash moves.
I think they wanted to go down that path of like, oh, we're like the Steelers. We have like 2 coaches over 80 years or 3 coaches over 80 years, but they've made the wrong decision a couple times. I mean, in reflection, the Ben McAdoo decision was really, really bad. The Pat Shurmur one, the stories about them not even calling the previous employers to get feedback about what he was as a coach.
But was McAdoo a mistake because he was 13-15 with a playoff appearance.
Yep.
Shermer,
He was a mistake purely from the leadership standpoint. Like, we learned that he was very obviously never going to be a leader of men. He was a smart football mind, right? He's the classic good coordinator, bad leader, bad head coach. You asked me at the beginning of this how I feel about Eli coming back out, and the only way we know that 2019 has been the year of the Kramer Fuck My Life tour, blowing out everywhere. So how does this tour continue on, right? We already saw Virginia Tech destroy a 15-year streak against UVA. Like, we're talking about more than decade-long things are just being altered right
If you're a Clemson fan right now, you are shaking in your boots knowing that
Yeah, right?
UVA could
There
in
is
the
some
ultimate
power there. Eli comes in and he wins enough games to put the Giants in a situation where they no longer get to draft Chase Young. That's now the extension of the impact Eli can have on this, because I sure as shit could see this random, like, Eli comes out, the Eagles are down because they just lost to the Dolphins. Maybe not this game. Maybe it's the next one when they're fully eliminated. But if Daniel Jones truly has a high ankle sprain, he's done for the year.
Yeah, if he has a high ankle sprain.
Which means Eli's playing 4 more games. 2 of them against the Eagles, a team that he has owned in his career.
Oh, now that, I mean, Ryan, he's like what?
Just dominates the
4-20 in the last 20. It has been bad times for Eli Manning.
You know what's funny is we were at one of the wins. Like, we were in and that feels like it was 20 years ago. But
yeah, career record 10-22, but I think he's 4-20 in the
we
last
were at
24.
the 12 sack game, Sean.
I was there.
Remember that?
It was a nightmare. All right, let's do it. I need to get this up a little bit.
Coleslaw.
I don't know how many plant-based gamblers there are listening to this, but MyBookie.ag has got the greens for you. They give you free greens, Ryan. You love greens? How about a little free bonus bets? Use that promo code SGP, get the sweet bonus bets. I already put in a tremendous amount of MyBookie action.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I'm already loaded up. Got all my college plays in there. They got a 12 days of Christmas. As if you didn't need another reason to tune out your family. 12 days of gambling bonus bets. Each day from December 14th to 25th, they're going to be doing a new gift. It's either like, better odds, bonus juice, whatever it is.
I like that.
They got you covered. And again, deposit withdrawal with Bitcoin, reload bonuses. It's all covered over at MyBookie.ag. They got a simple formula over there. As the presenting sponsors of the Sports Gambling Podcast, that's the play, win, and get paid. Especially when you use that promo code SGP. Ryan, it feels like we're off. It feels like we've been gone for 2 weeks.
Really?
Because in my head, Thanksgiving is almost its own NFL Sunday.
It does feel like an iteration itself.
Yeah, and it was an awesome NFL Sunday. But before we even break into that, more breaking news, and I don't think we've talked about it yet on the podcast, but Josh Shaw, cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals, has now been banned by the NFL at least the entire next year for betting on the NFL. He included a parlay where he bet against his own team, the Cardinals, and ended up losing. He, of course, was on injured reserve and was like hanging out in Vegas and bet against the Cardinals. He applied for some like player comp thing or whatever, and his occupation was there, and he filled it out as professional athlete. Yeah. It's got to be pretty awesome.
I mean, what's the take here?
The take is it's hilarious, and if anyone listening to the podcast knows Josh Shaw, we would love to welcome you to the hashtag DGens Only family.
That's a harsh punishment, right? Kareem Hunt only got like 6 games.
Yeah, and to the guys,
Sean, it's about the integrity of the game.
To the guy's credit, he didn't seem like he was trying to hide it. I could see why. Hey, you're on injured reserve. You're not really on an NFL team in his mind. You're doing something that's legal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
he didn't break the law. He didn't hurt anyone.
No.
He didn't hurt himself.
He hurt his wallet.
Lost a couple bucks.
It seems crazy to really sit him down for any length of time.
I mean, Myles Garrett isn't even going to be suspended for a full year. And he attempted murder.
Yeah, assault! All right, let's do it. Recap the Thanksgiving games and the rest of the Week 13 NFL action. Chicago Bears 24, Detroit Lions 20. This got hairy. We both had the Bears -3. We were all over this early, mentioned it, said Blow was going to be starting for the Lions. Get in those bets early. Talked about it, and but Blow actually played pretty solid.
Yeah,
Mitchell drove him down and got that go-ahead touchdown late. It was kind of an exciting game.
I don't know. I guess classic Trubisky move, right? Do just enough,
Just
people
enough
off
to get
the
by.
scent.
Yeah, it was pretty fun to watch. But yeah, Blow had some nice throws, especially early. I think his first throw was like a 75-yard touchdown pass.
I am a little disappointed because I think I was right about this Detroit team that just the injury to Stafford was too much. This team was. I mean, they're losing with a third-string quarterback by a couple points to.
Yeah.
Granted,
But we both cashed Chicago -3 as the road favorite. Ryan,
I apologize.
That is a disgusting act.
you picked the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas -7. I had the Bills -7 because I like winning money. Buffalo Bills. Love my Josh Allen, Cole Beasley stack. It was on fire.
Oh, man.
And it was just great times. Dallas jumped out to a 7-0 lead and then just looked like complete dog shit the rest of the game. It was pretty awesome. Bills are moving up and down the field. This Bills team is fun to watch, man. If the Eagles don't get their shit together and get into the playoffs, Bills are definitely going to be my team.
No, look at you.
Well, what? I mean, I like rooting for the Bills. They are the Bills and the Broncos. If I have a like a second AFC team or whatever. If
C&D squads.
Yeah, I like seeing the Bills succeed. It was really awesome. Before this game, there was a what was the guy's name? Mark. If you can pull up the audio, Ryan, get that ready. But he years ago, but when the Bills played the Cowboys, he went on this epic rant like, "The Cowboys are going down. The Cowboys are going down."
Yep.
And Mark Miller, huge Buffalo Bills fan, and then he resurfaced. He's much older now because his first video was in the early 90s. #Dallas went down. I think he must have joined Twitter just to post an update.
He has a tweet that says "Join Twitter" to let everyone know.
Yeah, his Twitter handle is @DallasWentDown, and the profile is just a screenshot of him yelling from his previous video. Made a Twitter to say what the it's so good. I guess his name is
Mark Miller.
Mark Miller. Dallas went down, Gary. So now he updated the video, Ryan, and put it out. I think you have it.
I do.
This is for all you Bills fans out there. Wanted to know, where did Mark Miller go? Well, I got a message for you 27 years later, Gary. Dallas went down, Gary. Only Buffalo won that game. Dallas went down.
That's the drop right there.
We might have to isolate that moving forward.
Dallas
anytime they lose. New Orleans Saints 26, Atlanta Falcons 18, and what was the sweat of the year for me personally? I talked about it in the DFS podcast, but I was in a sports book for a little bit in Vegas, hanging out with the father-in-law.
Yep.
He's not an avid sports gambler, but he enjoys. Hey, I'm in town. Oh, you're into sports gambling. Let me get involved. He's like, what should I do? What should I do? What should I bet? I told him take the Saints -7. They were up big, and then Atlanta just comes slowly creeping back super late. 2 onside kick recoveries, actually 3 if you include the one that got called back from penalty. It got crazy because Atlanta was driving down. Then they did the smart thing. They kicked the field goal down 11. It was 26-15. They kicked the field goal. I got up and cheered. It was just, but then they got the second onside kick, so they had a chance. But then New Orleans, it was perfect because it was 8 points, so they weren't going to let up the back door. I also booked the action of my 14-year-old brother-in-law. He threw $20 on the Saints. I gave him plus 100. Didn't want to take the vig out on the kid.
Wow. Well, what you're not doing him any favors. That's not how the real world works, Sean.
Well, Ryan,
You gotta pay the vig.
at mybookie.ag where I placed my bet, as well as I had mybookie.ag action because they did that Thanksgiving promo.
Oh, of course.
And when I'm in Vegas, I gotta get a couple.
You're
tickets
a man
in my
who
hand.
likes a newspaper and a paper betting ticket.
I do. Yeah, when you're in Vegas, I like the little things. But then I
But
also
blackjack online all the way.
yeah, a blackjack. The best way to play is online. And I also had a Bills Saints that sweet parlay I gave out on the podcast last week,
Well done, Sean.
and that was that paid 4-1. That was awesome. It was just an awesome Thanksgiving all around.
It was. Congratulations. I watched none of these games.
Yeah.
I went 2-1.
There
And
you go.
before we move on to the Sunday recap, Sean, we should probably check in with the BetSperts free roll football.
You're right,
contest.
Ryan. I almost forgot.
No, you forgot, and I reminded you.
There you go.
And now
the
you
free
remember.
roll football contest presented by BetSperts. Ryan, do you have the list of the winners?
Oh man, it's a lot.
I can pull up the weekly winners, and this was, again, the mistakes we make in planning our business.
We need a
is
tiebreaker.
sometimes we just give out too much cold hard cash, and in this case, the weekly winners get some sweet free merch. It is a 6-way tie.
Jesus Christ.
Each went 12-4. So Tommy Dick, D. DeBear, Jack Bell, JS0501, George Cortez, and M. Freeman 5. Hit us up, podcast at sportsgamblingpodcast.com to claim your free merch. Look sharp, bet sharp in Sports Gambling Podcast merch. You can get it yourself at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Click the merch tab. Kramer, let's take a look at the season-long leaderboard.
Season long, tied for fourth. We got 4 guys. M. Freeman 5, Eraser 101, Tommy Dick, I think you just mentioned him, Chris Buck 40 in third place with 106 correct picks. Big Ben W, hopefully no reference to the rapist out there in Pittsburgh, alleged.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
And tied in first place with 108 correct picks, D. Hoffman 55 and Pickmaster Sean. We like Pickmaster. He's an old school OG SGP guy.
Yeah. And speaking of old school SGP guys, Big Blue 78. The guy's just been dominating these contests.
Yeah.
And of course, we do a weekly newsletter contest, and we had a Thanksgiving related one. But yeah, he's been dominating, and he sent in a photo of him. He's got all his MyBookie merch. He's got the check that we sent him for his latest $100 newsletter win. So
Wait, we send checks?
to Big Blue 78, we do, Ryan.
That's fucking awesome.
Some people don't have
That
PayPal.
That is hashtag clients first.
Hey, that is great customer service. But yeah, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you can go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com, about us newsletter. We don't spam it. Just once a month, checking in and do some sort of $100 giveaway there. So check that out. All right, now let's recap the rest of the Week 13 NFL action. Green Bay Packers 31, Giants 13. This was pretty easy. It was one of my MyBookie Super Contest picks. I went 4-1 in the MyBookie Super Contest.
well done,
The
Sean.
one loss I had was
No.
my fucking lock. It's been my locks have been cold. Other than that, I've been getting back in the swing of things, Ryan.
Yeah, this Green Bay game was strange because the Giants were strangely close for most of the game, and then it blew open and we were all good.
Yeah, they're kind of hanging around. I think the weather slowed things down a bit, but yeah, we were both on Green Bay -7, Ryan, and nice little cash there.
Ka-ching.
One game we got completely wrong. Carolina Panthers 21, Washington Redskins 29. The last game in Ron Rivera's career, getting beat by the Washington. Hop on the Dwayne train. Actually, Haskins didn't really do much. He still kind of looks bad, but they just pounded the rock. It's crazy. That's all they can do, and Carolina couldn't slow him down at all. Kyle Allen, that dream is over. Couldn't take advantage of the horrible.
Where is Breyer?
I don't know why they got to start that guy. I mean, why not? See what the kid. Oh wow, Ryan! I just threw him in Google. Grier preparing for first career NFL start.
What?
How Ron Rivera's firing will affect Will Grier. Panthers coach Ron Rivera gives updates on Kyle Allen, Greg Olsen. So I think we could be seeing a Will Grier start, and cashing my over 0.5 starts for Will Grier this season that I gave out early on. San Francisco 49ers 17, Baltimore Ravens 20. I had the 49ers. You're the Ravens. This was fairly easy. Felt like a game the entire time. Nice win by the Ravens, but felt a little inflated price-wise.
Yeah, that fumble was huge. God, and Lamar Jackson looks great.
He does. And what did he have? Like, he had less than 200 passing yards, right?
I think pretty far along into that game, he had less than 100 yards. It's impressive the way that they're beating teams, and they're kind of like, what they're going to do, and they're still able to do it.
105 passing yards for Lamar Jackson.
And
101 rushing yards. You don't see that in the modern NFL.
Someone's going to stop them because it just feels like the kind of team that we're going to see a really bad performance. And it might not happen until the playoffs.
Yeah.
But while it lasts, he's going to shred Michael Vick's rushing yards record. I think he's about to break it, and he's with 4 games to go. He's doing things that are leading radio announcers to claiming he has an advantage because the ball matches his skin. And he and just in general, it feels like we're going down that path of the game is going to change a little bit because of this.
Well, and
whether or not they crack it this year or next.
Mike Lombardi, friend of the podcast, was listening to his podcast. He had a couple of good points I think worth repeating. One, it kind of helped San Francisco that the track got slowed down a little bit. Even though he did have 101 rushing yards, I think him not being able to move around in the pocket as much to free things up downfield, I think that is helpful. And, Greg Roman is kind of seen as like this whiz kid, this next guy. And he was kind of pointing out, he goes, well, let's be honest. He built an offense around, Colin Kaepernick and Lamar Jackson. Like, he knows how to do one thing really well. It doesn't necessarily qualify him to be an amazing head coach.
No, and I think he's in his wheelhouse right now.
You've seen him do one good thing, and to me, that's almost more of a sign of a great coordinator and not a head coach.
Yeah, he's able to build a very run power, dynamic offense with a mobile quarterback. Congratulations! It's working though.
Yeah,
it's working well. Kudos to them for going for it.
Colts 17, Titans 31. God fucking damn it. You dumb fucking... I know it wasn't just Adam Vinatieri's fault, but I'm blaming Adam Vinatieri. He is the stick in the bike spoke of this Colts team, this ragtag Colts team. Like, if they had a good kicker, they would have won a bunch more games. The Pittsburgh game.
Well, you see he now has a knee injury, and they signed Chase McLaughlin.
Oh, okay. There we go. Because I don't want to stop betting on the Colts.
He's hurt. He's going to have to sit out a couple of games.
But don't you want to have...
time to take Vinatieri to the farm.
In the same way Eli Manning really tarnished whatever you would call of his legacy.
Okay, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do this.
We're seeing Phillip Rivers kind of do the same thing to a certain degree.
So by my math, he was responsible for 16 points for the other team. So you can absolutely say...
Yeah, that blocked field goal return for a touchdown, and kudos to the Titans. They're on a run. We were wrong about the Titans.
Not yet.
We got tightened up. There's still time for them to fuck this up.
They're not over the number.
We got to get our shit going mentally.
They're very close, and I'm terrified they're going to win their next 4 games. Philadelphia Eagles 31, Miami Dolphins 37. You were on the Dolphins. I was on the Eagles. I thought the Eagles' offense would be able to play well. They did.
Ooh.
Anytime you put up 31 points on the road, you don't turn the ball over. You got to win the game.
Ooh.
The defense
That's some tasty lemonade.
The defense just fucking collapsed. The conditioning, you can see it. The defense in the second half was just fucking dogging it. And Fitzpatrick, he's a hard guy to hate. He's just playing with reckless abandon.
One quarterback wanted it more. That's what I saw, Sean.
Well, I mean,
Carson Wentz. Is he the problem?
not in this game, no. No, he played not great the previous two games.
Pretty
but
embarrassing. This is a low point.
This is, certainly losing to a 2-9 team would not be considered a high point.
Appreciate the bump in the draft pick spot. Appreciate you letting the Dolphins get up there past the Giants. That was nice.
And they're playing for Flores. I mean, when that kicker threw that fucking touchdown, it's just been kind of that year for
we
the
talked
team.
about this on the DFS show, but when that happened, Justin Decker, San Diego superfan, pointed out like there's nothing worse than playing against them.
San Diego Superchargers charge.
There's nothing worse than playing against the shit team that decided to show up that day and they're trying fucking trick plays out the wazoo. When they ran that play, I laughed so hard, Sean. I needed it was unfortunate you weren't in the garage at that point because it was probably getting dark.
It was one of those things. I was watching at a random bar, Geckos in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and actually I had a guy hit me up in Slack. He said, chatted us up in the Slack podcast, slack.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. He said, "Hey, next time you're in the ABQ, hit me up to grab a beer."
Oh wow! All right.
I was hanging out at the sports bar Geckos and watched that go down. Then had a bunch of whiskey to numb the pain. But I had an amazing breakfast burrito. That was the highlight. Thankfully, the Cowboys lost. So that's just I'm living vicariously through Cowboys losses and the unraveling of the Jason Garrett era.
Plus 360 with the Dolphins, plus 375 with the Redskins. Some big dogs.
Even the Bills, plus 250. The dogs were barking, Ryan.
They were.
You can say that during sex or during sports gambling.
There you
Tampa
go.
Bay Bucks 28, Jacksonville Jaguars 11. We were both on the Bucks.
Are the Bucks eliminated?
No, they're not. They're 5-7. They're in that wild card mix. It's going to be tough.
Can they win out?
Well, they would have to win out, I think, and then, it's going to be tough to have either the Vikings or the Packers get knocked out of the playoffs. But you're talking about potential scenarios. There's a scenario where the Cowboys could win the division at 6-10. The Redskins could win the division at 7-9. I think the Eagles could win the division at 7-9. Yeah, so they need a lot of help because right now the 6th seed is Minnesota at 8-4. So now they play some of the other people in the NFC North. So
3 home games and their road games Detroit. They have the Colts, Falcons, Texans, and Lions.
I mean, if
It would be so. How amazing would it be to get a Jameis Winston playoff game?
Oh man, God bless Jameis. Yeah, not much to say about this game. Nick Foles looked horrible. Collapsed. 3 turnovers in the first half. Hasn't been right since the clavicle injury. Minshew Mania is back. He's been named the starter, and that seems to be the big takeaways. Goodwin and Evans didn't go, or Godwin and Evans, neither one of them went off that game.
They, randomly,
Rare.
the tight end, O.J. Howard, was back
Perriman,
involved. Rashad
Barber,
Perriman.
yeah. New York Jets 6, Cincinnati Bengals 22. We should have seen this coming. Andy Dalton back.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold acting like he won the fucking Super Bowl, making out with chicks, probably rocking a fur coat like Joe Namath. I mean, we really should have seen this coming.
Yeah.
We didn't. We both had
Shame
the
on
Jets. Ugly game. No need to talk about it. Cleveland Browns 13, Pittsburgh Steelers. We were both on the Steelers, catching 2.5 points as a home dog. This line just jumped out at me, bit me. That dog bit me, man. This was so. Mason Rudolph is worse than Duck Hodges. They finally put the Duckster in there. Baker Mayfield got his hand hurt, but it never felt like Pittsburgh was going to blow this game. They won 2013. 2.5 point home dog. It was just too easy. Freddie Kitchens was caught seen wearing a shirt that said Pittsburgh started it.
What a bitch.
It's really
Get a real shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing with Cleveland. I like Cleveland, kind of in there with the Buffalo, where I like the town. I respect
Cleveland.
Yeah.
What do you get? Stand-up shows there coming up?
No. As a sports town, I respect how diehard they are and how they just lose, but they're still big fans.
They're gritty.
I appreciate how diehard the Browns fans are.
Yeah.
But now they got this team that is just so fucking unlikable.
Yeah.
With their jawing, and I think I really blame Odell because he was kind of like the thing. I think if Baker wouldn't have got Odell, he would have still been on the likable side. I'll be honest, the commercials where they act like he's living at the stadium, those are kind of fun. But he's just gotten overexposed. I think the Baker thing, they've just become really annoying.
I also think in the offseason when he decided to chime in on another man holding out, talking about another man's money.
That didn't help him.
I think that might have been a bigger. I still think there's weirdness in that locker room. I think Freddie Kitchen is not a leader of men. Again, he's another one of these guys. He's a football guy, but he's not leading men. And Baker Mayfield's not leading men. Like, who's leading men in there? Is it Myles Garrett and his attempted murder, on-field murder, Sean? Listen, Pittsburgh was never going to lose this game. Mike Tomlin was never going to lose to the Browns twice in one season.
Tomlin, is he in the mix for Coach of the Year? I think he should be.
I definitely think if you're a Tomlin hater, it's hard to not respect what he's doing with a third string quarterback and a team that there's no reason they should be in contention. Period.
No.
So, yeah, kudos to Mike Tomlin.
And
he fucking looks so good in Aviators too. He's just a badass dude. He's just a badass. Who are you taking? Like, let's break it down. We're 32 NFL coaches.
He's in the top 5 now.
Fight. Like bare knuckle fight.
I don't know, man. That's going to be tough.
Tomlin's finishing in the Final Four.
He's like a secretly scrappy guy. But there's some. I mean, Doug P was like a legit. He's probably Doug Peterson probably has like 80 pounds.
Mike Tomlin is not getting his come on.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? Mike Tomlin is getting his ass kicked.
You see the way he wears those aviators? That dude is not getting beat up by a guy that wears a visor like that.
Okay.
Doug P has
I'm
hair
Googling Mike
flopping
Tomlin.
out of his what are his metrics?
For some reason, his height is 1.75 meters and weight 85 kilograms.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Do the conversion.
I'm not going to do that. Either way, did he ever play football professionally?
Yeah.
Who did he play for?
I think he went to like William and Mary or something like that.
No, but he never played in the pros, did he?
Oh. According to this, he's only 5'8". Is that possible?
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, he's a small guy. Just look at him. Doug P is like 6'4". He would fucking murder him. Yeah, he played at William and Mary. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
You like how I knew that?
Yeah, I'm super impressed. Real quick though, I if you're checking this out on social media, the this week's photo for the episode is an amazing photo of Baker Mayfield. It's one of my favorite photos of all time. He's wearing this flannel shirt, like a dirty white T-shirt underneath. He's got his weird mustache thing going on because he doesn't understand juju or how it works.
Yeah.
And he's got his bandaged hand, and he looks like a guy who's about to steal a car radio. Oh man, it's the Brown season in a nutshell. All right,
continue on.
Rams 34, Cardinals 7. Cardinals got their shit pushed in. The Cliff Kingsbury defense isn't horrible. Kyler's frisky. Unravel.
My bad, guys. Bad dog. Bad dog this week.
Bad dog.
But Tyler Higbee.
We still deserve credit for that.
That trend is one of the craziest trends because it's just not ending.
The predictability.
It's going all season. It was like, all right, a touchdown every week. That's not sustainable. Every week there's a touchdown.
Every week there is a touchdown, Ryan. It's pretty awesome to just have that. Start your lineup.
All right, let's get through this recap.
Denver Broncos 23, San Diego Superchargers 20.
San Diego Superchargers charge.
We picked this as at Broncos plus 2.5. We were both on the home dog there. The Chargers are a cursed franchise. Guys shot up to like 4.5.
Decker talked me into the fucking Chargers on Sunday.
Oh no, Ryan! How dare you?
And I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. This is this guy's first start. And, Derwin, he's back. And the Melvin and Bosa, they're going.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? How
it was
the
it was
fuck
pretty.
did you-
It was tough to watch. He left at halftime, but it was tough to watch.
Oakland Raiders 9, Kansas City Chiefs 40.
We got to get our shit going mentally.
We went against the Andy Reid off the bye against the spread. We deserve what we got. The
So dumb.
The Raiders and the Titans were. It's so weird because the Raiders, I thought they're gonna suck, and then they were kind of decent. I'm like, I was wrong about the Raiders, so I think I overcorrected.
It was a weird spot.
But also,
Andy Reid off a bye. That's all.
Andy Reid, Patty Mahomes. They put up 40 points, and he had less than 200 yards passing back-to-back games. Kind of weird.
I think I saw he's only gone north of 20 fantasy points once this year.
He's been shitty.
Real quick, the Close Your Eyes special, which has moved to after that because Oakland was a Close Your Eyes special, 6-7-1 on the year. But straight up, the team on the Close Your Eyes special now 1-13 straight up. That's almost becoming something you just gotta bet your life on, right?
Well, money line, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan, Sunday night game. Pats 22, Texans 28.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
This was just it's getting cute. This was just this was a scheduled loss for the Pats, right? I mean, in hindsight.
Surprising that Belichick's going to be cool with losing to Bill O'Brien.
That's what I thought. I don't think Bill O'Brien had beat him coming into this, so I thought that was going to be the deciding factor. But no, the Patriots. Oh, man, my new favorite thing is during Patriots game, just going on Twitter and watching Boston Capper.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
He just sounds like guess it's not another Super Bowl. Oh, no. Oh, team, so horrible. Brady's washed.
Era.
Our team is era. We are horrible. Era.
Wow. My team is going to lose a game.
The general, you can't pick a player. It's like, dude, you really can't complain as a Patriots fan. You just, with the exception of Nick Foles putting his big dick in your mouth in Super Bowl 52, just shut up. No one wants to hear it.
Everything was better before the Red Sox won another World Series, before the Patriots started going to this time. Like, the 90s were just fine, all right? You got your Celtics, you got your Bruins, just shut the fuck up. But now it's everywhere, and now it's just like whine. Poor Capper. It's tough.
Poor Capper.
10-2.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to lose the AFC East to the Buffalo Bills.
Wouldn't that be something?
Seattle Seahawks 37. Kirk Cousins 30. I was driving back from Albuquerque, threw on the Sirius XM, got a great signal. Listen to Kevin Harlan talk about belt high. It must be like a nervous tick as a broadcaster. He fucking says belt high every other word. And he
does say belt tie a lot.
I love their broadcasts. Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner. I would vote for them to take over the Monday night TV booth. But I think they do a great job. He was powering through. He lost his voice, but he powered through. And it was
Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harlan.
Motherfucker always loses his voice. He's a hard-working dude.
Seattle 37, Minnesota 30. We both had the Seahawks -3. Great spot.
This
They're
went to 2.5 at one point this week.
Yeah, I pounded it at my bookie when it got to 2.5. Kirk Cousins isn't going to win back-to-back primetime games. Now he's 0-8 in Monday Night Football.
Yep.
Don't get cute. This was just a great spot for Seattle, and they even gave up a pick six. Normally, when you give a pick six, you're thinking you're kind of fucked, but not the case when you're going up against Kirk Cousins.
Have you watched? Russell Wilson's on a mission this year.
He's right there in the mix.
And this team, for everyone that's going to tell you, oh well, they're a bit fraudulent. You look at the numbers.
Yeah,
they're a different team.
And also,
like Clowney is changing this defense.
Yeah,
and they're starting to have a defense, which they definitely didn't have in that Week 1 win over Cincinnati.
Well, but also this Seattle team, we see it every year. They play themselves into form, like much as the Patriots kind of figure out who their team is as they go along. Seattle does as well, and fucking Russell Wilson's just a gamer.
He's a gamer, and I do think there's something about the whole Pete Carroll college culture of like rah rah rah. this is his new crop, right? This is the next class. They're
Yeah,
now
they got
all
rid of
juniors and seniors. The Legion of Boom is gone, but these young kids are buying in, and it's starting to work. I don't know if you saw the words that Clowney talked about, but basically saying that, the Seahawks are the first real franchise he's been a part of.
Oh shit!
But
Take that, Bill O'Brien.
yeah, I mean, I think Pete Carroll's another guy where like his rah bullshit clearly works, and maybe it looks silly when it's not working. But man, I certainly love that I have Seattle to win the NFC at 15-1.
Why would you love it, Ryan?
Well,
You know what I love? I love the feeling of helping the listeners start their journey to becoming small business owners. That's right. You can start your own sportsbook, and you can do it very easily online. All you got to do is head over to aceperhead.com/SGP. If you get started today, Ace is offering up to 6 weeks free. 6 weeks? Are you kidding me? Ace Per Head gets you set up with your own professional betting website. All the lines updated to the second. Wagers, they're graded immediately. They got top-notch customer support 24/7. Some of the sharpest lines in the industry. You don't have to calculate the lines. Ace does that. They handle pretty much everything as far as the back end operating of a sports book. All you got to do, find the customers, get that cash, make it happen, get some holiday cash with Ace Per Head. Don't just beat the bookie, become the bookie over at Ace Per Head. aceperhead.com/SGP.
you ready to do this, Sean?
I am ready. Let's
Week
do it.
14 in the National Football League.
Ryan, you can keep talking, but I'm going to throw on
Oh,
my
I'm allowed to keep talking?
Well, I don't mean I'm going to go get my Eagles sweatshirt on,
Okay.
get in the mode, and
Okay.
get fired up for
I
week
already got my
14.
team threads on. I came prepared. I came to work. Thursday night, Sean, the Dallas Cowboys, they are headed to the road to take on Mitchell Trubisky in a matchup that no one wants to see a winner of. The Cowboys are -3, -165 on the money line, +140 for the Bears. 43.5 is the total. The look ahead was 3.5. It's now 3. Why Dallas? This is a tricky one to me because now Chicago, no one wants to lose to the Cowboys.
So on a neutral,
Why is this a 3-point road spot for the Cowboys? Did they just lost to the Bills at home?
So on a neutral field, the Cowboys are a 6-point favorite. Does that sound right? This to me feels like a pick. I could make a case that the Chicago Bears should be favored. The Dallas Cowboys they haven't beaten a team with a winning record. They haven't shown up against competitive teams.
And
they just haven't.
I think the most you can argue for is that it would be Dallas -7 at home, maybe. But even that would be a stretch. And that wouldn't get you all the way to -3. So I think this is an egregious.
I mean, the Bills were -7 on a short week, and clearly that was a mispriced line. So now they both have a full week of rest. You have Mitch Trubisky, who has a little bit of confidence, drove his team down, game-winning drive. You have Khalil Mack on the other side of the ball. The Bears.
Jason Garrett off a loss, though, Sean.
Well, and something has to be going. Don't you think there's a little bit of trouble in that locker room right now where Jerry Jones is going out and just put out an edict, win the Super Bowl, or Jason Garrett's gone? And now maybe, what does that do to the players? That's got to have some impact.
Do they like Jason Garrett? They might. He might be a player's coach.
Are they really going to rally around Jason Garrett? I think, if anything, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on them. They get kind of tight. The public is pounding the Cowboys.
83%.
I love Chicago as a home dog. Weather it's going to be cold. You saw, now maybe it won't be as bad as that New England game, but you saw how the Dallas offense struggled in New England in weather. Now, granted, New England's defense is better than the Bears' defense, but I think Dallas is going to have trouble moving the ball, and I think there's going to be open guys in space in the same way we saw Cole Beasley get open across the middle of the field, Anthony Miller. could be doing something similar there. And I think Chicago had a little bit of mojo going as far as their offense.
39 degrees at kickoff and 10 to 20 mile an hour wind.
Is that Dallas Cowboy football weather? No, it's not. Give me the Bears +3.
Zeke has been bulking up. He looks like he's ready.
He's got his winter coat on.
I just saw a headline that rained Dakota Prescott. He's getting what he signed up for with all the scrutiny as the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
Should have signed that deal, Dakota.
Yeah, well, he's got plenty of opportunity after football now with those dance moves. But, yes, I'm with you, Sean. We're going to take Mitchell Trubisky, who, not horrible. Still pretty alarming that he was drafted ahead of Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. But, poor Bears fans. It's just you'll never get there. Sunday, let's head over there. Baltimore heads to Buffalo, where this one's a bit of a head-scratcher for me. Baltimore laying 6.5, -290 on the money line. Buffalo +225. 43.5 is the total. This feels a bit disrespectful. And I knew pretty quickly this week, looking at some of these numbers, that I was going to end up being a little contrarian this week. But Baltimore is a great team. Don't get me wrong. I love that I have a Super Bowl future of them. I can't wait to root for Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. But this is disrespectful. And this is a team in Baltimore that's coming off a massive spot. Big game. Everyone, we originally, when we previewed it, we weren't sure would it be that big spot because it's a non-conference game after all, but everyone was touting it as a potential Super Bowl matchup, and you could feel the energy. Big spot, emotional spot. Now they head to the road. They head to Buffalo, where I'm sure it's going to be dog shit weather.
Yep.
And they're going to take on a team who has confidence that they can actually win their division. And that starts with them getting a win here. So I think it's pretty disrespectful. Now, the weather, it's going to be windy. I think I've said it all year. Buffalo has struggled
with the physical running game.
With physical teams, with physical running teams. This is an interesting matchup of the top two quarterbacks from that draft, according to the poll we ran today over at Gambling Podcast. But, the number's a bit too big. Baltimore is a very good team. Baltimore has put a hurting on a couple teams. I don't think Baltimore should be laying 6.5 in Buffalo.
No, I'm all over the Bills here. That 4th down conversion, I know you didn't see it, Ryan. You were like, mid gruel, mid oatmeal gruel in the wilderness. But Josh Allen fumbled the snap on a 4th down, then like pulled it out of nowhere and then reached, didn't get it, and then just like powered through. It was really awesome. You could see the team kind of rally around him. The Bills' run defense did do well against Zeke Elliott and the Cowboys, so maybe they figured that out a little bit. They're coming off that long rest of Thursday, Thanksgiving, and that Ravens game, you hit on a lot of the same points I was on, but it felt physical. Like it felt like guys were getting the crap beat out of each other. And again, the public seems to be all over this Ravens team, even as a 6.5 point road favorite. Way too high. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
Well, lockstep so far, Sean. And we should point out, over 80% on Baltimore. So definitely, so far, so contrarian. Washington heads to Green Bay, where the Packers, the look ahead was 14.5, Sean. It's down to 13, -775 on the money line. Washington +535. 41.5 is the total. Washington, Dwayne Haskins, back-to-back wins.
Dwayne Train. I don't know.
But this power running game, I don't know. It's hard to want to lay this many points with this Packers team, even though Aaron Rodgers is kind of getting his groove going. And my instincts tell me, yes, let's absolutely do that. But when I look at the money distribution, 40% of the tickets, but 70% of the money on the Redskins, I'm confused. I still am not. I don't think you're a believer in Dwayne Haskins. I am definitely not a believer.
Dwayne Haskins isn't a believer.
But isn't this number still too big?
Yeah, man. I don't want any part of this game.
It's week 14. It's
Redskins
right before the holidays. This is the week the books just crush because everyone's laying these favorite numbers.
The Redskins are 13-30 against the spread after a road win since 2000, and I think that trend it could seem random to the untrained eye, but the back-to-back road games are a real thing. Like, was beating Carolina in Carolina their Super Bowl?
I did point out how there was a strange geolocation rivalry there.
Yeah.
That I did. What I didn't realize is the Redskins were like, oh, you're the little brother. Like, screw you. And now they go on the road to Lambeau. Do we know what the weather's going to be like?
I don't think it's anything crazy. I'm going Green Bay -13 here. I don't feel amazing about going against this Redskins team right now because I just admittedly don't have a great handle on them. Like, I just don't. I don't understand how they won these last two games. I mean, I get it, they're running the ball, but intellectually I don't understand it. And their weakness is their secondary. So Kyle Allen couldn't push the ball downfield and really take advantage of the weak defensive backfield. And I think Aaron Rodgers at home should be able to do that.
Green Bay.
Maybe I'm just talking myself into it because I have Devontae Adams in the fantasy playoffs.
I think they could do just fine in fantasy. 28th in the run defense category for DVOA for the Packers, Sean.
That could be a problem.
I mean, if you want to lean into numbers here, the numbers tell you to take the Redskins. Back to your point, what's scaring me is that I really want to get involved in Dwayne Haskins?
Yeah. Dwayne Haskins 3 in a row. He's going to win 3 games, cover 3 in a row. I'm going Green Bay here, but again, this is a great stay away from me.
No, I'm also going to go Green Bay, but I just don't see any reason to bet on this unless you want to do one of those crazy 13-point teasers or a money liner. Denver heads to Houston, where Houston is a 9.5-point favorite, -410 on the money line. Denver +330, 42.5 is the total. A full 2-point move from the look ahead from 7.5 up to 9.5. Sean, tell me why we're taking the Broncos.
Oh, I mean, I love this Broncos team catching a huge number. This is almost like the Vikings game. Situationally, this is a bad spot for the Texans.
Is it?
Get your sandwich card out, Ryan. They have a big AFC South division matchup coming against the Titans the week after. Then they just beat the New England Patriots at home. Sunday Night Football. Bill O'Brien finally got one over on the old ball coach. You know they are sniffing themselves down in Texas. 9.5 is too much. Courtland Sutton is a beast. He's a matchup nightmare.
He's quite good.
I'd feel better if Von Miller played because I think he could.
Is he going to play?
Limited in practice. So that would be nice.
He's practicing though.
And you got Chris Harris to match up against Hopkins, so that should help. But again, this is just way too big. This feels kind of like the Vikings game.
Don't we talk a lot about how Deshaun Watson just wins games?
Yeah.
And I feel like most of his games are within a touchdown one way or another.
Yeah, he doesn't. The Texans don't really blow teams out, do they? I mean, I'll pull up their run here, but I can't recall them, really putting it on them. I mean, they beat the Jaguar. Well, yeah, they've gotten blown out.
What's your take on Locke? Money split down the middle, pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, it was solid. I didn't really have any huge takeaways from watching it.
But do you think he's capable of going on the road now? Because first start at home, that's one thing. The angle here that
they have some running backs, and again, Fangio versus Bill O'Brien, I feel like pretty even coaching wise, and I mean that as an insult.
Well, and to me, the angle is all about just fading this Bill O'Brien and this Houston team coming off the win against the Patriots.
Yeah, it
was a huge win. I'll take the points. Again, it feels as though I'm going to remain very contrarian here because it just I have a theory. It's either going to be this week or next week. I know we had a little bit of dog barking last week. Maybe it's weeks 13, 14, and 15, but these lines just seem prime for people to just dump all their money on the favorites, tease teams down, and there's danger written all over this card.
Danger. What do we got next, Ryan?
I'm sorry, Sean. I was reading something. All right, next up, we got San Francisco heading to New Orleans, who's coming off the Thursday night game where, as you mentioned, they survived multiple onside kicks to get the victory. The look ahead was 3. It's down at 2.5. A little juice on the favorite. -140 for the Saints. +110 for the Niners. 44 is the total. This is because in a way, San Francisco's coming off this is a bigger game than the last week's game. But doesn't it feel like, man, that was a physical game?
Yeah, and this is not a nice travel schedule for them. Back-to-back road games for the 49ers. I want to take the Saints because they're coming off the long rest, but just the eye test with this Saints team, I think the matchups just favor the 49ers. I think the Saints are going to struggle to block that San Francisco defensive line. Alvin Kamara hasn't really done a ton. This Saints team just didn't look that great against a very bad Atlanta team. Granted, it was in Atlanta, but I just there's a lot of reasons you should take New Orleans, but I'm gonna boil it down to you take the 2.5. You take the 2.5. You don't lay the 2.5. And
Jimmy G,
49er team coming off a loss.
No, I like the Niners. I think we always knew the schedule was going to get harder towards the second half of the season. New Orleans off long rest at home. San Francisco second game in a row on the road. The spread is not. This is one of those where you say, Ryan, why isn't the spread 3?
Yeah,
lay the points.
I'm going the other way. I'm sticking with the 49ers.
Why is it not 3?
It was 3, and then everyone was betting the Saints.
Yeah, then why did it go to 3.5?
Everyone was betting. You're right. There's probably too much public action on the 49ers, but I'm going to stick with it.
It just feels like it situationally, whatever you want to throw at it, it just feels like a good spot for the Saints. Cincinnati heads to Cleveland, where Cleveland is a 8-point favorite, -370 on the money line, +290 for the Bengals. 41 is the total. This is the biggest mover from the look ahead. 2.5 points down from 10.5. It feels a little dirty, Sean, but I think this is a week to take Cleveland.
Really?
Since they threw the Gatorade on the coach.
They did.
They threw the Gatorade on the coach.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
Oh no, they're trying to jump over the Giants for the draft.
It is a square sharp play here. I just think they have some. I think that was.
They have talent.
I think that was Cleveland's Super Bowl. Like, hey, we have all this. We got our mojo. We got funky mustaches, and then they lose to Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Odell Beckham Jr. wants to get traded. They remember that they suck. The Bengals actually kind of own them. 21 of the last 29 meetings. You got Baker Mayfield. He cut up his hand with a screwdriver trying to pry into someone's car, I assume. The Freddie Kitchens disaster.
Imagine if the Patriots trade for Odell.
Oh, God. I hope not. Cordy Glenn, offensive lineman, that big fan of his website, Walter Football, keeps hyping up how Cordy Glenn makes a real difference to this Bengals team. And if you watch that Bengals the Bengals-Jets game, the thing that they did really well was they got pressure on Sam Darnold. And I think they might be able to do the same thing against this Browns team. The Browns offensive line, we hyped it up preseason, or hyped it up as a reason to fade the Browns. It's really not good, and Baker hasn't done well against the pressure. I think 8 points is too much. I see the situational spot. It's been adjusted too much. They could go off, but I'm going to ride the Bengals here.
It should be. The spread should be 10. I don't think the number is too small. This is still a one-win team. Andy Dalton was still dog shit before. There's just a lot of reason to be like, oh, yeah, they just beat the Jets. Are we sure the Jets are any good? Adam Gase is still their coach. He's a loser. I think this is the random Cleveland. Like, Cleveland gets right for a week game, and Odell scores a touchdown. Chubb goes wild. Baker does all right. Whatever. I lay the points. I'm taking the Browns here. I can't take this Bengals team after getting that win and watching them douse their coach. It's week 13 and you're dousing your coach.
It is always a good strategy to fade the Gatorade dump, but I'm going Cincinnati.
Follow your own rules, Sean.
That is true.
Follow your own rules. Carolina heads.
My gut's telling me.
You're a gut handicapper.
Yeah, my gut's telling me Cincinnati.
Okay. I'm not going to get mad at you for that. Where are we at? Carolina heads to Atlanta, also coming off the long rest.
We got to get our shit going mentally.
Atlanta is -3? Question mark. -160 on the money line. Carolina +140. 47.5 is the total. I guess we don't know how they're going to react to their coach being fired.
That seems like the big thing to handicap here. I'm going to take the Panthers and the points.
Why is Atlanta laying points against anyone?
I guess long rest, you could certainly say there's some matchup issues.
They can't run the ball. That's how you beat Carolina.
Well, I think they may be getting Freeman back, but
they have free. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. Is Hooper playing? That seems to help out Matty.
They just can't. They can't run the ball. So I don't think they can exploit it. I think this number is wrong.
Yeah, and I do think this is a solid matchup for McCaffrey and McCaffrey. I just think this Panthers team, they get up for Riverboat Ron. You saw Greg Olsen tweeted it out, and they seem to really like
Greg
him.
Olsen was under the influence of a concussion.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're going to do offensively, but I'm sure it's just give the ball to Christian McCaffrey. And Atlanta, I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this Falcons team. They seem to have that little run, that little do it for Quinn, and then that kind of unraveled. But then they did close out strong against the Saints. But I think that was pretty defeating. Recovering 3 onside kicks.
You don't have to. You don't have to bet on this game.
Yeah. But if you do, take the Panthers +3.
Yeah, it's tough to want to not watch McCaffrey run all over this Atlanta team. Sean?
Yes. Ryan? You can go to the next game.
Okay. Detroit heads to Minnesota coming off Monday Night Football. That's okay, though, Sean. This is a 10 a.m. kick on the West Coast. Minnesota -12.5, -750 on the money line, +525 for – you're moving shit around on me. For the Lions, 43 is the total. Kirk Cousins in non-primetime games is pretty fucking good at football.
Yeah. This
Minnesota team at home is a different defense in the spaceship. This is one of our favorite Jekyll and Hyde teams, Sean. They're going from the worst possible situation to the best possible situation. Against who is the quarterback?
Jeff Blow, who actually looked pretty solid, and Trent Dilfer touted, he does like all these QB class things and everything.
Yep.
And he said Jeff Blow is a gamer, even though I thought I made fun of his record at Purdue. Guys like Dilfer, who actually know him and watch some film, touted that this guy is legit.
Listen, the four-lettered media conglomerate, they don't want to say anything mean about anyone.
Oh, no. Well, he hates ESPN, and he's not with them anymore.
Oh, he's not with them.
And in part because he wasn't ready to play by the rules. So maybe future #DGens only. I think maybe there's a little fight in this Blow. I think Detroit gets up for this divisional game, and I think Minnesota is incredibly banged up. Their left tackle, Riley Reif, got a concussion. Defensive tackle Linval Joseph, his knees banged up. Adam Thielen, hamstring. Dalvin Cook dealing with the clavicle. Stephon Diggs, unclear if he's going to play. All that means
that Madison dude looks pretty good. I don't know if they miss Cook all that much.
Right, but all those injuries put together, I think, is enough for this Detroit team to cover.
My guess, Dalvin Cook plays, Adam Thielen's out. I think Linval Joseph is a big one. It sounds like he might miss. All of that being said, they're going from their worst possible scenario, which is playing on the road in prime time in a tough road element, to being back at home, a good chance for that defense to get right against a third-string quarterback in David Blow, who, as you point out, I guess Trent Dilfer likes him. That's cool. That's really great. He went from playing a decent at home against a half-quit Chicago Bears team that we both just picked this week. to going on the road against the toughest division or toughest defense in the division when they're playing at home this year. Lots of qualifications. Give me the Vikings.
I am back. What it do, baby?
Sorry, I just had to play that Skip Bayless drop. I completely forgot that I had that on the board, and it's pretty
One more
amazing.
time.
I am back. What it do, baby?
He needs to be suspended for that language.
It was remixing the music, Ryan.
I like
Mixing it up. You know what you need to do? You need to mix it up. You need to stop sending your data unencrypted, unprotected. You need to get with ExpressVPN.com, ExpressVPN.com/SGP. You can get up to 3 months free with a 1-year package. I use ExpressVPN. I like ExpressVPN. They're suggesting you check out the NBA League Pass. Lets you stream games online, but if you live in US or Canada, it doesn't let you watch all of them. You got some local games blacked out. Fire up ExpressVPN, change your country. You're doing pretty good. Buy and use NBA League Pass from there. Boom, no blackouts. And depending on the country, NBA League Pass could cost less than $15 for a whole year. What's really cool about ExpressVPN, works on your phone, computer, router, consoles like Fire TV. Again, so you can watch all the games from any device. It's pretty sweet, though. If you're involved in the sports gambling world, it encrypts all your data, keeping it safe from hackers, your old lady, whatever it is. ExpressVPN has you covered there. ExpressVPN.com/SGP. ExpressVPN.com/SGP.
Sean.
Yes.
The Miami Dolphins win total was 4, and we thought that was hilarious. Well, they're 3-9, and they head to New York to take on the Jets.
Uh-oh.
Where the Jets are 5-point favorites, minus 220 on the money line. Dolphins plus 180, 45.5 is the total.
You know who bet that? San Diego superfan Justin Decker.
He did, and he's not dead.
No, he's
very
alive
much
and well.
alive. Like the Undertaker, he's sitting up on the mat, not standing but sitting. The Dolphins have kind of owned the Jets. 5-1-1 against the spread in their last 7 games against the Jets. That's pretty impressive.
Is this? And I was thinking about this. Is this an Adam Gase revenge game? Because it seemed like a number of the Dolphins players genuinely hated Adam Gase. Mm-hmm. Are there enough players on the Dolphins left from the Adam Gase here, which was only 18 months ago, for them to enact their revenge? I think there is. And I think Jamal Adams not playing defense, I think that hurts them. I am worried about Miami's defense against Sam Darnold at home, coming off a loss. They maybe kind of figure it out. But I'm not going against Fitzmagic, man. This spread should be 3. Give me the Dolphins here, catching that crooked number.
Should have pointed out this look ahead was 7.5. I think the number is pretty solid, and I wonder if when we see this Fitzpatrick led team head to New York, maybe we're not going to see the same effort we were seeing at home.
Yeah,
against those
but I do
Eagles.
think I think what helps that effort is it's a division game. It's against the Jets, a team they can beat, and a team that Flores knows from playing the AFC East, and Adam Gase revenge game.
You like the Adam Gase revenge game. Perhaps that's not something I was thinking about. They've already played once. The Dolphins did get the win, so Jets do not want to get swept.
And that revenge aspect there makes
lots of
sense.
revenge angles here. Give me the Jets minus 5. Also, I'm not really looking to get in the business of taking the Dolphins as a public dog. That
is scary.
Although they've been cashing. This is also one of those weird games. 40% of the tickets on the Jets, but 70% of the money. So I don't know. I guess beware. Indy heads to Tampa Bay for the last of the early kicks, where the Bucks are minus 3, minus 150 on the money line, plus 130 for the Colts. 47 was the total. Sean, the look ahead here was minus 1.5. It's now 3 for the Bucks. They're getting hot. The Colts are still banged up. Tell me they're going to be healthier.
Well, you said they signed a new kicker. That was news to me, Ryan.
They picked up well, again, it's not like they've taken Adam out to the farm yet. They haven't put the bullet in the back of his head. But they're saying he has a knee injury now.
Yeah.
Probably going to go
on
on
As long as
IR.
he's not kicking, I feel much better about taking the Colts +3. They're probably a better team. I think this should be a good game. I'm scared to take the Colts in a field goal game, but knowing that Vinatieri is not kicking for them, I feel much better. I think there's a huge motivation for the Colts. They are legitimately in this playoff race. Bruce Arians.
You don't think the Bucs are? He did just say he's going to wait till the end of the season to evaluate Jameis Winston's future.
Yeah. This game is definitely going to come down to turnovers. Which team is going to create more turnovers? I think the Colts are. I like Darius Leonard on the defensive side of the ball getting a fumble. I think the Colts can turn over this Tampa Bay Bucs team, but it should be a good game. And I've liked the past couple games betting on the Bucs, but I can't take the Bucs as a favorite. I just can't.
Maybe that's the tricky. So real quick, the best part of them picking up Chase McLaughlin, not only are they getting rid of Adam Vinatieri and his questionable Hall of Fame resume, they blocked the Patriots from picking him up because the Patriots had put in a claim on him. So that
On Vinatieri?
no, on Chase McLaughlin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is great. Well, kudos to Tampa for playing defense. All of that being said, I think this Tampa team is going to win the rest of their games.
Really?
I think we are going to see.
Gets interesting.
I think it's going to get a little interesting. Although our 15-1 divisional bet is dead, I think this will get interesting. They will cover here. Unfortunately, I think the Colts are maybe reaching the end of that gravy train that was riding all these backups. Too many losses suffered at the foot of.
They have
Vinatieri.
some serious injuries. T.Y. Hilton, who knows?
That's tricky. If he's not playing, the entire receiving core has looked bad. I mean, I'm playing Zach Pascal in DFS because of that. So I don't want to back that team right now. They're just too banged up. Chargers, they head to Jacksonville. And for some reason, Jacksonville gets an afternoon
San
kick.
Diego Superchargers charge.
Night game in Jacksonville, Sean, where the Jags are 3-point home dogs, +145 on the money line. Chargers -165. 43 is the total. I mean, did the number really go from a -1 to a -3 because of Nick Foles?
Yeah, I like the Jags here as the home dog just because the Chargers, they're such a cursed franchise. I know
God hates Jags, Sean.
I know their defense is really bad, but I do like a lot of the Chargers in DFS. I may be audibling from having Phillip as my QB spot. I still like Eckler, but I think the Jags can do enough on offense, like time of possession, Minshew, a little bit of mojo maybe. They're a 3-point home dog.
Derwin James is back.
I'm just not taking the Chargers as a road
Second
favorite.
game now.
Not taking the Chargers as a road favorite.
This is a team that does better on the road. Yeah, come on, give me the Chargers, right?
I mean,
I don't want to fade Minshew though.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Gardner Minshew.
they seem to respond to him being in there, and like we said, Foles lost his mojo. Minshew's got it.
Well, and here's the other angle: is Phillip Rivers' family going to be traveling to watch the game? Because while Mrs. Rivers leaves the kids with the nanny in the luxury box, she might scurry down to catch a quick glimpse of Mr. Gardner.
Oh
Minshew.
no, is he Mr. Steal Your Girl?
And number 10 for Phillip might not be Phillip's kid.
Might be the Minshew.
Might come out with a mustache. Kansas City heads to New England, where the Patriots are a 3-point favorite, -160 on the money line. Kansas City +140. 49 is the total. Bill Belichick caught in a rare look-ahead spot last week as he dropped the ball here with the Houston Texans. This was a 4.5-point look ahead. It's now 3. It's the Patriots at home. Just come on.
Yeah, you're getting it under or 3 points and under. Patriots 41-18 against the spread in December and January home games. Also Brady 41-19 against the spread off a loss. 6-11 against the spread as favorite of 7 or more. So even better if it's a small number like this. We talked about how good Andy Reid is off the bye, but 2 weeks after the bye, it kind of falls apart. 5-3 against the spread 2 weeks after the bye.
That's because they're smelling themselves.
Exactly. And
this is just a wrong number.
They're banged up at the running back spot. It's going to be tough.
This is, we pointed out earlier, like Mahomes is not lighting up the world. This is a very tough matchup. Like the defense is still super good.
Showtime Mahomes.
Nice. Still super good. I mean, honestly.
A little bit of weather, slow them down.
You know what? I'm actually going to go. I hate to do this, but why is this not 3.5? Like the Chiefs aren't this. Why is this not 3.5, Sean? Why is it not 4?
Yeah, I mean the 4.5
It's a
to
night
3
game in Gillette. Like what are we talking about?
Well, it's an afternoon kick, but yeah.
4:25 on the East Coast. The sun is down
in New
this
England.
time of year.
You're right. It's going to be light.
Come on, dude. You're from the East Coast. You know. I'm actually scrolling over at MyBookie right now to take some of this action before it moves off 3. Well, 100%. If you're listening to this show and you can still get a 3, go get it if you like the Patriots because that's going away. Pittsburgh heads to Arizona where the Cardinals, Sean, are a close your eyes special, and they are a plus 2.5 point home dog. Plus 125 on the money line, minus 145 for the Steelers. 43.5 is the total. The look ahead here was Arizona minus 1.5.
Crazy swing. But Ryan, you just pointed out Arizona is a close your eyes special. That means they're horrible straight up.
Oh, wow.
I will take the Pittsburgh Steelers and riding that trend. Duck Hodges, baby. Quack, quack, quack.
Well, is he starting?
Why would he not be starting? Is he hurt? I didn't hear that. How did I miss that?
No. I don't. Have they announced he is going to be the starter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Are you kidding about me? Are you kidding? Dude, they're talking about Duck Mania. Mike Tomlin said.
I thought I saw a report where they hadn't decided this week.
Oh, no. He is. Everyone's all in on Duck Hodges, who I think will be my new DFS quarterback.
Oh, I like that.
You kept throwing it out there on the pod.
Good stack.
And, yeah, I already have James Washington in there. This Arizona team completely falling apart. This will be a gigantic, massive home game for the Steelers. Yeah. Steeler Nation gonna
it's
ride.
Cold in Pittsburgh. It's really cold in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and there's a shitload of people living in Arizona from Pittsburgh.
Now, Arizona could certainly have a bounce back spot here after a tough divisional loss, non-conference road game for Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh needs every game. And I really like the defense in this matchup. They're gonna be just chomping at the bit to get a little Kyler. So I'm with you. Let's find this new close your eyes special trend, which is no way they win this game straight up. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be a 2-point game. Tennessee heads to Oakland.
Ryan, another one that while we're getting back to the things you can say during sports gambling and sex.
Okay.
This is from @_body by beer. Should have bought the hook.
Oh, wow.
That's fun. I like that one.
Wow. Wow. Tennessee heads to Oakland where the Titans, Sean, tighten up.
Hashtag tighten
you
up.
wouldn't believe it. They're now 3-point road favorites in the National Football League.
And normally I would be scared away from taking the Titans as a 3-point road favorite. I've already decided. I've announced it on Twitter. I will not be fading the Tennessee Titans anymore against the spread. Lock it up. Tennessee -3. Tannehill 5-1 as a starter. The Oakland injuries, they've gotten two. This Oakland team has legit mojo. Derrick Henry destroying people. When we handicapped the Tennessee Titans, I thought it would be the Marcus Mariota show. And we saw that. We saw how bad he was. But now Tannehill's come in, and I didn't see this coming at all. I thought he'd maybe give him a little juice, but I didn't see how he's rejuvenated the team. Like this team has juice. The Titans are good.
This is a big game for Oakland.
Yeah, but
we got to get our shit going mentally.
You're buying the Titans stock at a price that's all-time high.
Yep.
All-time high. People have already forgotten about Marcus Mariota. They're talking about Ryan Tannehill like Ryan Tannehill is the solution for anything. I love what I've seen so far, but we know this team likes to zig and zag, and they've been zigging a couple weeks in a row. They're ready to zag. Give me the Oakland Raiders plus the 3 at home. Derek Carr can't play any worse. They're going to get one. Oakland's got one more win in them. Wow. Because there's no way I'm getting to there's no way I'm going to push my 6. There's no way. Yeah, give me I'm not you're crazy for taking Tennessee as a road favorite.
Love it.
Seattle coming off that Monday night game. They head to Los Angeles. where they are a 1-point favorite on the road in LA, plus 100 on the money line for the Rams, minus 120 for the Seahawks. 47 is the total. I don't know if I'm really interested in fading Russell Wilson the rest of the season.
Again, this guy's he's just doing it. Like, he's got his corny. You saw that viral video of his like corny ass pep talks. Like, we got to go there and we're gonna do it. We're confident, and we go and we. The Rams, perfect time to fade the Rams. Big win against this Cardinals team that's dog shit.
It's
Again,
kind of a good time to fade the Seahawks too.
It's going to be a Seattle crowd. Seattle just kind of wins games. Seattle gets stronger as the season goes along. The Seahawks, 31-14 against the spread in Week 11 or later since 2013. This is Seattle's time, and I know it would be great. And the Rams kind of had the Seattle's number, but that was Jeff Fisher. I don't think it kind of works that way. And it was a completely different game in Seattle, right? Completely different team. The way Seattle carried themselves when they pulled that crazy, 1-point win or whatever it was. So I really like Seattle.
I wouldn't say I love Seattle this week because it is a road game, and we've seen them struggle on the road historically, but that's not quite the same this year. And most importantly, I just, everyone got the shine, right? They caught that gold shine.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Off in the distance, but really what it was just a little speck of gold on a big mound of shit. And that big mound of shit is known as Jared Goff Sucks Island.
Yep.
I don't know. We're getting a lot of rain out in L.A.
Welcome to the island, baby.
Jared Goff Sucks Island must not be far away because they're just getting hammered with the storm right now. Rentals are canceling left and right. he just led a team on a dominant performance.
Hey, our calendar got cleared out a bit. I'm sitting right here against the phone because I know this thing's going to start.
You can get a great deal on a long, maybe a 3-day weekend coming up. President's Day weekend. We
got a lot of packages. So
give me Seattle. Yeah, Danger Russ. Like fuck, get out of his way right now. Like I think they're winning the Super Bowl this year, Sean. I think
they could be a sneaky win the NFC.
All right, we're all done. No more games to talk about. Monday Night Football.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked every Eagles game, but the fact that Eli Manning's coming back for one more time.
It means more. The Giants head to Philly, head to the Link, where the Eagles are 9.5-point favorites.
Line's a little high, Ryan. But that's not going to stop me from taking the Philadelphia Eagles to vanquish Eli Manning one more time and to make it official that he is a loser, a losing quarterback, a loser who is going to fucking lose. Feel free to start the Eagles defense in your DraftKings Monday Night Showdown mode. Especially if the Eagles get Jordan Howard back. I like that. Defense can bounce back from what that bullshit in Miami. They've been really good at home. Eli Manning, when he's succeeded, it's been like quick passes. There's no way they're in sync with those receivers. Saquon Barkley, I don't know what's happened to his ankle, but he's clearly not the same guy. Really, the thing to look at is on the defensive side of the ball. New York's defense is trash. Eagles by 1 million. Let's fucking go!
Yeah, you got to lay the points with the Eagles.
Are you really going to pick the Eagles?
Yeah, the Giants are on their way to the number one pick.
All right, come on.
I'm
putting
Dude,
Giants.
You're wearing an Eagles shirt. I'm wearing I'm on Team Coleslaw.
Wow. You were just okay. Can we cheer you up? Would you guys take Joe Burrow if he's available?
I don't even know. I might take next year off from football. We'll see.
Come on, Ryan. First meet now.
No,
football?
I want Chase Young. Chase Young is the guy.
Yeah, but let's say you guys have the second pick. Chase Young goes first overall. Chase Young not available. Who do you pick?
I don't know. Who's the tackle? Give me the tackle.
Okay, so you're running back. You're running it back with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and hopefully Nate Soldier they've done something to get him off the team.
Okay.
They fixed the line.
Are you calling for Pat Shermer's
They
head?
fired the coach and the coordinators, and they have a new
I'm giving you a button right here, Ryan. A button that says fire Giants quarterback or Giants head coach. Now it could mean they hire Jason Garrett.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't like literally every other coach is on the board as a potential candidate.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Realistic.
Jerry Jones is gonna win the division and be so happy with that. He's not gonna fire Jason Garrett. I think you smash the fire Pat Shurmur button.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things, right? Like what's Pat Shurmur's upside? It's not there. I'm not seeing it.
I don't know why he was hired in the first place.
Maybe a safe coach. Maybe he's developed some things. Maybe people. I don't know. Maybe they didn't check the background. They didn't do the source check. Come on, the Eagles are going to score a bunch of points. You're going to be all excited. You're going to think this is it. They're going to win. They're going to win the division at 7-9. Yeah, I don't know. Although I guess the flip side is the Kramer fuck my life tour would mean the Giants win.
How so?
Because it fucks up the draft pick situation.
Oh, come on.
The Eagles are already out of the playoffs. Come on.
How so?
They're like a game back. They're not catching up to the Cowboys.
I
need Jason Garrett to make the playoffs, dude. I can't do that.
You can't have him be available?
I'm dead serious.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
If they hire Jason, what has he done where you're like, that's my guy?
It's a guy who's, yeah.
Sean, come on. We're going long. Let's do a lock dog tease. I fired Shurmur.
The Lock Dog Tease presented by MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGP. Play when you get paid. Kramer, what are you doing here?
I mean, can we all just Belichick off a loss, only getting 3 points, right?
Yeah. Only laying, but yeah.
Only laying 3
New England
points.
-3.
Yeah. I'll go with that. Final answer for my dog. Oh, man. I really need – I'm not going to go Bears because I need this Cowboys team to win it. For my dog, you know what? I think this is more of a play against this Baltimore team this week, but I'm going to take that Buffalo Bills team. Coming off the long rest, this is a big potential statement game for them on their way to a chance at actually winning the division, right? This is between the 2 and the 5 seed or the 1 and the 5 seed. So I'm going to go with a steeper dog. I like the chances for my tease. Give me Cleveland -2.
Ugh.
You don't like that?
Oh, it's just tough to swallow, but yeah, go for it. What else you got here, Ryan?
All right, I can continue. Give me – oh, man. This is a nasty teaser week. Give me the Eagles down to 3.5.
Going all in.
Why not, right? And give me the – oh, man. This is a really gross week. Give me the I mean, I'm not prepared for the teaser this week, Sean. I'll be honest with you. Give me the Vikings -8.5. Or I can't do math. -6.5.
Get it under a touchdown. I see some logic in that. For my lock, interesting. There's a bunch of interesting stuff I really like. I don't think I'm going to have trouble figuring out my super contest card, but I'm going to go. The lock's always a little tricky. Give me Denver +9.5.
I didn't see that coming. I thought for sure you were going Indy.
No, I do like throwing Indy.
You love Indy. It's great.
Is Indy my dog, Ryan?
No.
Is Carolina my dog? Do I make San Francisco my dog? Do I make the Bills, the Bears? Do I go back to the well of fading the Cowboys in a dog situation, a home dog? Mitch Trubisky breaking who let the dogs out? Mitchell Trubisky? When in doubt, fuck the Cowboys. Give me Chicago +140 on that juicy money line. A bet I've already placed over at mybookie.ag.
Okay.
For my tees, give me Green Bay down to a touchdown -7. Give me the Colts +9. And for the last leg of my tees, do I go Cincinnati +14? Do I go Miami +11? Do I go Detroit 18.5? I'll go Buffalo +12.5.
Okay.
There you go. That feels good. Actually feels really good. You know what else feels really good? Giving back.
Okay.
We're giving away all this merch. It's going to bankrupt us. Least you can do is head over to iTunes, throw us a little, throw us the old 5-star review. We got a bunch of them, but yeah, leave a fun 5-star review, and we'll hook you guys up with some merch. Again, check us out on Spotify. Always, throw us the good ratings, and that always helps. Spread the word. For the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Whoa, what's up with this low energy, Sean?
I don't know. I just hit the wall.
All right.
Here's I will read a.
Okay, there we go.
That always gets me jacked up. I will read a review here. 5-star review. Degenerate Comedy.
Oh, okay.
The most entertaining sports podcast around. They offer a balanced view on the week's NFL action and other stuff, such as pop culture and nutrition. Sean, quote, I won't eat if it's green, and Ryan, quote, soy boy Kramer, continue to bring the LOLs and hot takes. A must listen for any degenerate. Shallow Hal, hit us up, podcast at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. You just qualified yourself for some free merch up to a reasonable dollar amount, which we will discuss via email. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Go coleslaw.
Now that was sad, Kramer. Let it ride.